Hi again, thanks again for watching Jeeps Rock. We decided to come out here to the lake this weekend. Still a pretty nice day and a little humid, but it's time to go ahead and either cool off a little bit, take a shower, whatever we need to do, get the mud off of our sandals, or if you're again at the beach or something, get the sand off of there. It's a great idea to have. This is actually a 7-gallon tank made by Road Shower. As you can see behind me, I've got just your typical like hose kind of attachment, so you can go around the vehicle if you needed to, or you fill something up. And then you also have this flex shower head. Again, these are some accessories that you can do, and I recommend the quick disconnects. That way you can take them off your rig if you're not using them at all the time. And also always want to remember to take them off and let them drain so that you don't have any kind of mildew or anything build up into them. So here on the right is where you're going to fill. It's just a filler cap right here, and it's all threaded, and it's the same material. It's all powder coated, really nice. And this is Road Shower 4 with 7 gallons. And over here on the side, either side, what I've done is I went ahead and also bought one attachment, again, an accessory. It's almost like an L that allows you to have one on either side, because this one is actually from the factory already sealed, but you can go ahead and remove the plug and add whatever you want, or if you just want just this one, totally up to you on what you want to do. Again, it's just your plumbing, so however you want to use your rig, go ahead. This is been mounted on the back. Most people put it on the side. The reason I did that is I also have an awning. Today we don't need it because it's overcast, but we have an awning that goes out 8 foot, so we can bring it over the top of us, and then we can put tarps on either side, and that would give us privacy as we're taking a shower if we needed to. Again, we'll show that at a later date, or if you'll also look at our Instagram, that's also Jeeps Rock without a space, so Jeeps, Jeepsroc on Instagram, and you'll see all of our pictures we post daily, so please take a look at that. And while I'm coming over here, while you're waiting on me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And what we're going to do is over here on the right is where you're going to actually pressurize the tank. So this tank can go up to 65 psi, and all I'm going to do is just like an old bicycle pump type idea, and it runs off of DC, so it's just plugged in my cigarette lighter inside. And what I'm going to do is just plug this in, and I'll show you how fast it is to charge. Again, this is an old charging, nothing special. But I'm just going to show you real quickly, because it's such a small container here. It's already full of water, and I'm just going to let that charge up to 65 psi. And what I've done is this is also on top of the Alta Cargo rack, so that's how it's been mounted. And there's also a shelf above behind here, so I can just leave my charger right there, all of my if I want to put my towels, whatever I want to do. It's just a good system. So again, we're just charging now to 65 psi. Okay, now that the tank has now been pressurized to 65 psi, before you open up these valves, it's very possible that this water has gotten very hot over the day from sitting and just absorbing all that heat. It starts to build up, pressurizes, and the water starts to get pretty hot. So they have provided you this 3M temperature gauge right here, and what it allows you to do is just kind of see an estimated amount of how hot that's going to be. So it's always best to kind of point that away from you and let it run for a little bit. That way you can kind of see exactly what the temperature is, you know, if it's scalding hot, or if it's okay just to start bathing away. So again, what I would probably do is I probably wouldn't mount this on top just because of the heat. I'm probably going to put it here on the bottom. Might be a little bit harder to see, but at least it will not be impacted by all that additional heat that's here on top. So what I would recommend is, again, we're going to check the water pressure and the temperature first, but also I put a little bag here. You can put like your soaps and towels or anything if you don't have this type of setup. But what I've done is I've mounted here on the back, and I've got even a cargo rack back behind here, so I can put all my towels and everything. And again, as I mentioned, I have a little 8-foot awning that we can put here on the back and let it extend 8 feet, and that allows us to have, we can just put a tarp over on either side, and then we have full privacy as we're taking a shower, as well as it just keeps us from getting even hotter if we're trying to cool off. So the first thing again we're going to do is, this is the flex nozzle that they have, and again this is an additional accessory, but what it does is you can go ahead and open it up here. We're going to just test that to make sure it's okay, and then we can just push that button, and it doesn't turn all the way off, but what it allows you to do is you can kind of suds up real quick, get your hair all sudsed up, and then if you want to, if you're like, oh, I'm using too much water, you can just go ahead and shut it off at the main valve, and that'll stop running. If I turn it the right way, just like that. So if you don't want to use this valve, you don't have to. And again, we'll go ahead and just test it, and if you want to, just a little trickle or if we want to, full mist. And it's really nice and refreshing. We're going to clean our sandals off from being out in the lake. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off, and then I'm going to show you the other option that comes with it, is included. And this is this tube here. And again, I've put an accessory here on the end. This is normally capped off on the end, but I went ahead and went for the additional accessory. So I have my flex hosel, and then I also have just my normal tube. And again, this one does come with the system. So what you're going to do is go ahead and open this up, and again, we're at 65 psi, so we've got quite a bit of pressure. So we can just clean off our vehicle if we wanted to. Again, we can clean off our shoes, but you can see it's got a lot of pressure behind it. It's again 65. So, and then this is just normal nozzle, so you can get it a hard stream if you want to. Wash the vehicle. And again, this is again for more of if you're camping or something, so you could use this to get a real fine mist, and then you can clean like your vegetables or whatever you want to do. Again, we came from just the lake, and you don't know what in the world is in that lake, so you went ahead and clean off. But again, this has been the Road Shower 4. Again, this is a 7-gallon. Come in, I believe, a 4, a 7, and a 10-gallon. And just keep in mind that there is quite a bit of weight here on the back, so you might want to buy or make your reinforced brackets, which we've done here is we went ahead and made these ourselves. And this is mounted to the back of the TerraFlex Alta Cargo rack. And then we went ahead and made sure we made additional mounts for our tracks here from the X-Bull. So works out as a great system, and we can't wait to see you again on the trail. And again, hey, we'll be nice and clean because we took our shower from Road Shower. Thanks again for watching.